sales. God, I'm going to get kicked out of here pretty soon. Okay. Because 1.68 million families are going to be needing some help. That's why. That's the biggest reason you want to learn it. The other is because the trustees often don't know what to do. So let me ask you this. How many of you have a trust? And how many of you have trustees? Well, you all do. Are they trained to do this? No. We train you so that you can train others. It's called a class that I built, gosh, I think a couple years ago, called I'm a Trustee, Now What? And that class is always filled. Why? Because nobody's teaching it in America today. And we're giving this on a silver platter to you in our community, and you are able to do that, right? And deliver information that they all need. The other is providing solutions that are going to lead you to a listing, right? The person who passed away, they're going to have challenges. Their family is, and they're going to need help. They're actually also afraid of calling the attorney because the attorney is very expensive, right? So what if they called you as a real estate planner? Also, understanding trust, really it's going to elevate your how people see you, right? You're going to be showing up differently. When you speak about trust as you know them, and the only way you're going to do that is to study it, right? I read every trust document in my first several years, and I found the commonalities. So I can go into a trust, and within 3 minutes, I can tell them where to go and what matters most to them. You want to be able to do that, right? You want to be able to do that. And then you're going to secure more listings and get more referrals. But while you're doing this, guess what? Every single day I'm on this planet, I'm learning something. Because I'm putting myself in a position where I need to learn something that I can show up better for somebody else. Right? If we truly want to make an impact to this world, we have to be different to be able to do that, right? And so that's why you should. So let me ask you, where do you keep all this information? Like your trust document, or maybe all your transactions, all your real estate sales, right? Or maybe your financial information. How many bank accounts you got? How many credit unions you got? How much? What about your credit union or your long-term care insurance? Or maybe life insurance? Where do you keep all this stuff? Car insurance. You know where most of us keep it? In our filing cabinet. Or a safety deposit box. Those of us think we outsmarted the system, right? But when you're gone, who's going to know what to do with it? See, that's why this next person that we're going to bring in, these team of guys, come on up, guys, is called Trustworthy. And when we met, I found out about them. Oh yeah, for pension plans, 401k, medical files, all those things. Oh, and advanced care directives, right? So what you're going to find is that these gentlemen, Nat and Dan, have built the most amazing solution for the problem that I have, that you have, that your clients have, that every one of your financial planner relationships have, every insurance person has, right? And guess what? You can provide that solution to them. So pay attention. You're going to want to see this. It's really cool. Trustworthy. Let's go, guys. Thanks. Thanks, Dan.
Hi, good morning, folks. It was great to meet some of you at Fight Club last night, and we're really excited to be here this morning with, this is our first family reunion, so it's great to meet you all. We're just getting set up here, and we're going to show you some software this morning. We're Nat and Dan from the Family Operating System. We're founders of Family Operating System, an intelligent digital vault for families and their advisors. And we've been working on this since 2019. And today we're going to show you some software, give you a little demo of what the Family Operating System can do. But before we show you the software, I thought it was apropos to talk about real estate. My first real estate experience, the very first place I ever bought, was this loft in San Francisco. And it just so happens that I worked with this amazing Keller Williams agent called Jen Neufeld, and had this really great experience. It was my first time buying property, and Jen was gentle with me. But I didn't know really anything about the process of buying property or getting through that. And at the end of it, two kind of big problems happened. One is I had this beautiful cardboard folder of documents that I didn't know what to do with. And on the next transaction, I didn't work with Jan, I worked with someone else. For a variety of reasons, but that was the situation. So McCool, how could Trustworthy help with these two things? These managing my documents across the life of the documents, not just real estate documents, but all the documents across my life. And how could Jan and I stay connected for that next transaction that we would do together?
All right, live demo, live audience, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so this is the Trustworthy family operating system. This is the web application that we have. We've got mobile as well, and really this is the hub, as Nat said, the intelligent vault for families. So just to orient you real quick, down the left-hand side, all the things that we keep track of. I think Dan did a nice setup with all of that pieces of information. They're all over the place. We felt it, that's where we started this company. And as it relates to transactions, whether that's real estate all the way down to those daily opening of the mail, we've made a system that allows you to account for all of the different pieces. So first, let's just start with, hey, I got this cardboard file filled with stuff. I'm gonna open up what we call the inbox, the Trustworthy inbox. It's a place where from your mobile device, you can send an email, you can share it to Trustworthy, you can take a photo, you can scan it, you can drag and drop. And in this case, let's start with some of these files that we're getting from the transactions. As Nat said, we are working really on putting the intelligent in the intelligent family vault. It's not a place where files go to die, but rather a place to extract and actually understand what the stuff that you have is and how it relates to your family across everything. So what you can see here is I pulled in some appraisal documents, I've got deeds of trust, I've decided to buy a property in Omaha, I've got some insurance that goes with that. Obviously, there's lots and lots more documents. In order to kind of keep this a little bit framed, I want to show you just a couple of documents. But what you're seeing happen here is that as we pull the system through, we're identifying what's inside these files, we're pulling out information that you can use for other transactions, that you can copy and paste, that you can share with others. We're summarizing what's in the document so you can have a better understanding of what's going on. And most importantly is, it's a huge pain in the butt to actually do all of this organization, and especially if you're working together with, whether it's an agent or even just your partner or spouse, there's a division of labor. I do this thing, my wife does this thing. So this is a place where it all comes together. What you can see that's happened is we've run it through our system of intelligence and we've extracted this information, we've generated summaries, but more importantly, we're trying to reduce work. So in this case, suggesting a file name. But most important is, hey, we think we know where all of these documents go. So if I tap here on my investment property, I'm gonna just scan down here. I worked with a great broker, you might know him, and what I can do here is drag and drop all of my files into Trustworthy, and not only is it gonna find these additional insights, we grab this one right here, we're working with customers to automatically fill in their data. So in this case, this document, we found, hey, it's my LLC. And so instead of having to connect up all the dots, we've automatically found it for you. You accept that, and now it's connected here to my LLC. Now, instead of a complex array of files and folders and stuff all over the place, this can kind of give you a sense of what the Trustworthy system does for customers, but also collaborating with an agent, a broker, a financial advisor, your CPA. It's really a system where you can entrust one single thing or a whole category of things with the professionals that you work with. In this case, I was working with Dan. I'm staying connected. As Nat said, he lost track of Jan. I'm not going to lose track of Dan because he's right here in my system. And then I can get a sense of how this all connects. From a personal perspective, I started Trustworthy because I got a file and folder of a trust and will after I had my first kid. I had no idea what to do with it. But more practically, this last year, I dealt with a health issue where I was in the hospital, and my wife had to take all of the things that I normally do and start to do them. And luckily, I built a system that worked for me and worked for us, but you can see how it all connects together here. So if we run through here, you can see the shareholders that are part of this LLC, how it connects to the finance, the taxes, property, insurance, notes, documents, and everything that I upload to Trustworthy is going to run through that intelligent filter that you all saw, extracting information, connecting the dots, and ultimately creating that full picture so that if you need to transact again, you got all your documents, you can share them out. If you need to copy and paste to fill out a school form, we got that covered too. So I'll just give you a quick overview of, hey, what does it mean to be intelligent for us? Well, it's understanding that we see that you have an insurance policy, but there's no insurance policy to cover it. Let's quickly add the Omaha insurance policy that I had, and then let me just drag it over here into my policy and quickly see, oh great, it's this provider, that's the policy number, and this is the property it's attached to. I connect the dots here, and now I've got numbers to my insurance company, I've got the access that I need in case I need to do a claim, and it's connecting the dots across all of the systems so you can look at your properties and your LLCs and your family members and understand and operate and optimize each of those different pieces. The one thing I'll just touch on before we go is really about the collaboration side. This is a tool that we use with our professionals, whether that's a broker, whether that's your CPA. And in that spirit, I want to show you that within Trustworthy, it's all about your comfort and how you want to work with those professionals. So maybe your partner or spouse, all access, they can see everything. But maybe you have your broker that you just want them to see the couple of properties that they've worked on with you. They can add new documentation, they can forward emails to you, they're all going to land in Trustworthy, they're all going to get organized. But we do the same for, it's a personal assistant or my financial advisor and CPA. We're working through our tax returns with all of the different files and folders in here. You know, as you saw the summarization tools, we think of kind of federating that knowledge now of what's in my trust, who are the beneficiaries, what's the deductible of this policy, when does this policy expire. We're doing all of that stuff that normally you have to go to the file cabinet, you have to search through something, you forgot to print out the new one, you have to look through your email, and now it's basically set it, forget it, send it to Trustworthy, organize it, and work together with your professionals.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of next steps, we think there's really two elements here. One is introducing Trustworthy to your clients as you do transactions together, giving them a warm start, helping them land their documents in their Trustworthy account. But you guys all have businesses and families and documents and investments, and would love to have you kick the tires on Trustworthy for your own systems. And so we have a special offer for you folks today. Dan will bring up the slide. That if you're interested in checking out Trustworthy, we have a 14-day free trial. You can just go to trustworthy.com and check it out. Yeah, and then if you decide that you want to purchase Trustworthy for yourselves to get started, you can get this great 20% discount off. This is only available to planners, not the other guys out there. Special deal just for you guys, and we'll share the materials after, I'm sure, through email, but you can scan that QR code. The other element is, if you're interested, we have referral programs. So as you're referring your clients to, or affiliate programs, as you're referring your clients, that you can get a little piece of the pie as well as you're doing that. But really the underpinning is we serve families. We want to help families to be very organized and prepared, and that's why we built the system. So that whatever life moment they're having, whether it's just looking for the VIN number for the car and being able to find it quickly, or they're in an emergency situation and they need to find some important documentation across their family. That's really what we're doing this for. So thank you very much.